Hey gamers, it's G from the corner, and it has been a year since Splatoon 3 launched on the Nintendo Switch. Can you guys believe it?
Greatest game on the Switch.
Can you all believe it? I'm joined by four others. We got 5 people on this corner discussion.
And we're back on the road.
We're back on the road. We're back on the road to talk about Splatoon 3 1 year later. You know, what do you guys, like, just general thoughts on Splatoon 3 as a video game?
Game good.
Game good?
Game good.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Game good.
I think it's best Splatoon.
Game good, then bad, then good again.
Best Splatoon?
In my opinion, it is the best Splatoon. However, I have enjoyed it less than the second game.
Yes.
Simply because I have less time to play it now.
That is also...
And also, like, just less willingness to play games in general.
Yeah.
But as a game, it is the best game. Quality of life is better in this game.
Yeah.
Balancing is good now. This newest patch probably is the best patch, like, Splatoon-wise in general ever. And we get new DLC soon, hopefully. But yeah, no, base game is great.
Yeah, it's funny actually because, you know, I was thinking about like before we did that, we wanted to do this discussion for a while, even before we hit the 1 year mark, and we were like, man, we're going to be on such a downer note because we didn't really like the last few patches, but then this patch came in and was actually like probably really good, the best patch honestly they've had for the game.
Improved the multiplayer and the meta and
Yeah, meta is actually not chalk anymore.
Yeah.
Meta, but there's
I get the chalk reference. I get it.
Get the counter the
Yeah.
cooler, all that stuff.
all the fun like specials and stuff have like
uses now, which is
fun
great.
to play.
Besides Reef Slider.
Well, actually, I mean, like, not in competitive play, but like casual play, like Reef Slider has its place.
It's fun having a cheesy special.
Yeah.
Because when you do get those kills, it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes up for it.
Like, I find myself like when we do play, I find myself getting cheesed by Reef Slider less when I'm using it.
Yeah.
Like it actually does its job more often than not.
Yeah, it's not like Splashdown.
Yeah,
where
it's
you just
not
get rejected.
It was Splashdown.
Broken.
It was.
It was.
Splashdown.
It's
man.
not
Yeah.
anymore.
You know, it's funny how Splatoon 2 threw out every special from Splatoon 1.
Oh.
But 3 kind of brought back like a combo of 1 specials from 1 and 2. It reworked quite a few of them, and there are like new ones.
Yeah.
There is a reason why they wanted to bring them back remixed version. I was listening to this interview, but someone managed to translate the whole interview. So they're saying the developers said they wanted to have Splatoon 1 special because most people that played the Splatoon franchise started in Splatoon 2. So they didn't know Splatoon 1 specials worked, so they tried to bring them back in certain ways and change them
Oh,
up
that
a
makes
bit.
sense.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that, because I mean, they obviously have returning stages in every Splatoon, so it's going to be more exciting when you're like, we're going to bring back a stage that hasn't been in the game since Splatoon 1.
Yeah, and Splatoon 1 had like the best overall design. Like I feel like the specials and the map design.
The map design in
best.
Splatoon 1 was incredible.
So good. Like
Yeah,
I went
so
back to
good.
Except
play
when it
Splatoon.
was bad. Except when it was bad.
Except when it was Bluefin.
And
for that one
Salt
next
Spray.
update.
And
Salt
Salt
Spray.
Spray.
Salt Spray's
Oh,
epic. Don't shit on
I
Salt
love
Spray.
Salt Spray.
I love
It's
Salt
gas.
Spray. Don't give Salt Spray is such a unique design. I love
Yeah.
it. The triangle.
They're gonna bring it back.
They gotta bring it back. They have to.
Salmon runs.
They have to. Don't bring it back to Salmon Stage. I'll cry. I want it playable.
Oh,
And we can
imagine!
see
Could you
play.
imagine if they did that? That'd be so.
Yeah, that's what everyone was saying before the game even dropped.
It's not even. Imagine it's not even Salt Spray. It's just the layout of Salt Spray in like
the only thing about the layout of the maps in this game is that there's not enough ways to get into mid.
That's the main issue with most. That's the thing.
And then on top of that, there's no ways to flank anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, what was that new map that they just
Crab
added that's
Leg
actually
and
good?
shit.
Crab Leg,
That's the thing.
Both the new maps,
the
they did well.
Until the most recent update, all the post-launch maps have been
Blech.
pretty bad.
Blech.
Like
Bad.
the returning stages. What do you guys think of the returning stages they've added post-launch?
Post-launch, Flounder, good but worse. Humpback, mid. What else did they add? Manta, worse but good, and then
That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
Actually, no, Manta feels a bit better in this game,
I
though.
feel like Manta feels better in this game.
I disagree.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Rainmaker it's worse and Tower it's worse. They got rid of the route on the left.
Yeah, that
for
one
absolutely no
route,
reason.
but everything else about
Yeah,
it.
the main route, so
They
now-
extended that first drop when you go from spawn.
It's the same thing with Flounder, where they'll improve quality of life, but then they'll get rid of a very major part of the map that makes it overall
I
feel
forgot,
worse.
is Starfish in this game?
Not
Starfish
yet.
is
Starfish is
They
not
need
in this
to
game.
put
I forgot.
Starfish.
Yeah, that was a good
Starfish
stage.
is
Yeah, that was kinda
basically,
cracked.
what's it called? Hagglefish.
Yeah.
Like, it plays the same.
Yeah, I
Two
suppose.
routes on the side and
Yeah.
grades and stuff.
You know, it's funny because that's the thing with Splatoon 3. It launched with far more content than any Splatoon
Every
game.
single
And
base
it
weapon.
Had 12 stages like at launch instead of like what, six or whatever.
I think Splatoon 2 had 5
One
or
launched
6.
with 5, I think. Yeah.
The only thing I feel like they need
One
to
launch
focus
was Turf War.
on in this game is
Fix
their flagship weapons for Splatoon 3 need to be given more love because we didn't get another kit for fucking Stringer until like now.
So people just forgot about it.
So we literally and then more gear, please, for fucking like.
Why are they not doing
Splatoon 2 had like so much fucking gear. This game, like nothing. Like,
yeah, the catalogs are already. So they want to do their battle pass, right? Splatoon 3's post-launch system completely different from the other two, where you would get like stages and weapons every few weeks to a month. Instead it's just like, hey, you don't get anything for 3 months, which is so. The second I heard that, I was like, Nintendo is actually taking their best post-launch system ever and making it into the same crap from all their other garbage Mario sports games and Switch sports, where it's like you have to wait months and months to get little crumbs of content. And it's fine because Splatoon 3 was finished. I thought that at first. But then, it's been a year and it feels like we've barely gotten anything.
No, I don't believe that. I feel like we've gotten so many specials, so many weapons.
We've gotten a lot. It's just like where it's lacking is like Splatoon 2 literally came out with entire new brands of clothing that would drop literally 10 or 15 pieces of clothing at a time, which was so fucking good, alongside weapons too.
Yeah. The consistency's not
it was so good. You would get for example Kensa was fucking such a good drop.
We got
15 pieces of gear. I think it was around that 15 or 20.
3 sets of 4 weapons.
3 sets of which was
all the weapons were better.
And all the weapons were gas. They were so good.
Designs were on fleek too.
Nothing like that here.
Yeah.
Literally, they wanted to introduce a battle pass to Splatoon, basically.
I feel like the battle pass is not bad. It's fun.
But the new season one, it literally is just old gear.
Yeah.
There's not honestly the gear. I've liked a lot of the gear they've had in the catalogs in the past, but literally they've already started repeating. They've started repeating, and it's not even repeating. It's literally just, hey, here's the basic Splatoon 1 gear. Are you kidding me?
And for someone that wants to complete the catalog, it's I haven't even completed it.
I literally did it once. I did it once. I'm never
doing
it again because it's just not.
That's why they need to add more on top of the catalog.
Yeah.
The catalog's cool to have because it's as you're playing the game, you get stuff.
It's cool, but bro, it's
Splatoon really.
That's not worth.
I wasn't thinking I was going to say this, but Splatoon should really introduce just weapon skins straight up,
should.
wraps or whatever,
just stickers.
That's
on your
that.
weapon.
I was just going to bring that up because I feel like where this game suffers from where Splatoon 2 really shined was aesthetic and feel, because Splatoon 2's design wise and aesthetic wise and world building wise was so fucking good.
Yeah.
And the livability of everything in there, you literally felt like you were in the game kind of thing.
Most of the maps I agree.
And when you would build your kind of gear sets and stuff, you would be so precious with your clothing and stuff, and identify with your inkling. But in Splatoon 3 it's there's not enough of that.
There's more options for your inkling.
There's more options for your inkling. There's not enough gear, and with what's it called, the new change gear option, the
resize your t-shirts and the flip your tats around.
It's cool, and I kind of called that was going to come out with Sylvana. We called it that should be an option, and it was.
Yeah, it was base game. It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be base game.
No, the data might.
But I feel like they're making up for lack of gear with that though, because now it's one gear can be 2.
Yeah.
But it's not how.
There's so much gear that they just haven't released yet. Even Splatoon 1 gear, even Splatoon 2 gear.
There's
so much.
There's so many iconic pieces of gear, the Noriakis, the fucking shoes that I literally live and die by. That I have a pair that looks like in real life, bro. Give they need to have more stuff because there's not enough for people to identify with, and it just feels like what Splatoon's identity is
Very
the
basic.
fashion. It's so much of the design and
The
fashion.
vibe,
The
yeah.
vibe.
The vibe is not there.
The vibe is not there.
They
They failed the vibe check.
They failed the vibe check. There's no strong vibe. With Splatoon 2, they ended the game with that final fest, chaos or order. This is going to decide the whole theme of the next Splatoon game. What's chaotic about Splatoon 3?
There's not enough.
The men fights. The men fights, because they're hallways.
When I saw the teaser trailer for Splatoon 3, I was like, holy cow. Holy cow. There's you're in a desert. It's post-apocalyptic. This is sick. Scorched Gorge. That's crazy. But then I watch more gameplay and I'm like, this is just Splatoon again.
Don't get me wrong. The story mode.
Oh, the story was amazing.
Story mode
was
phenomenal.
That was great.
Yeah, that could
Probably the best story mode in Splatoon.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, the campaign is great.
It competes with other Nintendo
But
story
there's
modes.
thematically there was still problems because I feel the trailer for the launch of the game was what set the tone for the game for me. And Alterna just didn't do it for me. Like, being in Alterna, just stuck in that, like, kind of place where you go through this, like, the pipes to get to the next area of Alterna. Like, Alterna didn't feel enough chaos to me. Like, there was
it felt order.
It felt order. Everything about the game so far feels too much order.
But it's not. I'm gonna say it's not order
like,
enough. Part of me back then. I was like, oh, you know, it'd be cool if it was order.
But like, it's
because then the
this
game could be
weird
super
middle ground
futuristic.
where there's
and
not
such.
one or the other.
And it's just regular Splatoon again.
It's just regular Splatoon
There's nothing
again.
new about it.
Plaza.
I think the DLC is what they're putting that all onto.
Yeah, but then the DLC screams order though.
Yeah.
Where's the chaos?
But
The DLC is very weird. That was a weird announcement. Okay, because they said they were going to do paid expansion. Okay, they're just going to do Octo again. No, we're going to do a paid, like, Pokemon. We're going to have 2 parts to our DLC expansion pass. One of them's going to come out at the start of the year. The other one's going to come out in, like, the summer. I was assuming they said summer. They didn't even give a year. It's not even coming out till March now, probably.
Yeah.
Right? But the first part of the DLC was literally just a skin for the plaza that makes it look like Splatoon 1.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, where's the fucking, like,
What was
vibe?
the point
Where's
of
the
that?
vibe?
That's not. It's an empty shell.
An empty shell.
I go in
the
this
Splatoon itself. literally.
You know,
It's
it's a
just
problem.
fan
It's a
service
problem when
It's literally fan
I usually just go to the Splatoon 1 plaza because I don't want to bother walking around the big ass Splatoon 3 plaza.
I need to say something about Splatoon 3 Plaza, if I may. So they presented it at the beginning of the first trailer where it's like, this. Look how chaotic it is. Look how stacked it is. I don't even know where I'm going. It's not even chaos. It's just bad. I don't know where the hell I am.
I wish there
a
was
year into the game, I don't know where I am.
Okay, when I got the Splatoon 3 art, but Gianluca the G got me the Splatoon 3 art book.
From the edge.
Right. And I look in that art book, and the amount of concept art that they missed out on. Like, just the environments, not even the weapons and shit. Like, like, when you look at the actual plaza, the environments of the plaza is so much better in the art books than it is in the video game. You look at the plaza in the art books, everything is like it kind of looks like a mishmash Chinatown where, like, stuff is, like, falling over each other and, like, there's signs and wires hanging. Like, that screams chaos to me, where it's like just block cities of people, like, layered on top of each other. That's chaos. And that's kind of what it looked like in the original trailer, where they had the camera tilted up where all the apartments were towering over each other. That's what it screamed to me. It's not like that anymore.
I remember when Splatoon 3 was announced, I'm like, okay, so wait a minute, why are you guys doing another Splatoon game on the Switch? Splatoon seemed like an evergreen title to me. Obviously, you know, nowadays I kind of they realized that the Switch was going on for so long. They were just like, yeah, we need Splatoon's a big IP. We need to give it another game on the Switch. But back then I'm like, okay, they probably have some big shit planned for Splatoon 3. It's going to be so different and crazy. Every trailer from the reveal got me less excited for the game.
Yeah.
And then when the game came out, I didn't buy it. This guy had to convince me, just like, oh, come on, Mark, get Splatoon 3. We're all playing Splatoon 3. And I'm like, okay, I'll get it. And I played it, and I'm like, it's good, but it's kind of just more Splatoon.
It's just more Splatoon.
It's just hey, we wanted to do more Splatoon, so let's buy more.
They focus too much on the identity of, like, not even the identity of, like, just the Splatoon being Splatoon, and they didn't give enough of its feel and its gumption, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
they traded the
feeling
of
and
it
the
for the
identity of the
gameplay.
game for the gameplay. That's exactly.
The gameplay
gameplay's
isn't
gas.
And don't get me wrong, we were literally saying that earlier. The
Yeah, the
gameplay
gameplay's
is better than, like, it's the best in the
Squid
installment.
Roll is the single best thing I've ever
It's great.
seen.
Don't get me wrong. The
So
gameplay
many,
is great.
and
but
again,
they-
the quality of life changes.
and the
as
quality
you
of
were saying
life-
earlier.
all the
Actually
mods are
having a
great.
lobby to run around in instead of looking at a black screen for 5 minutes, that's amazing.
As a game, it's the best game.
And the content
as
as
Splatoon,
As Splatoon fans, we
as
don't like it.
Splatoon fans,
5
it's
years
not,
from
it's
Splatoon
not
2.
my favorite.
Splatoon 2
Also,
came out
yeah,
5
that makes
years
sense.
prior, and this is like, and it's like, okay, if you're not gonna just wait till the next system to just do Splatoon again, then, like, what are you doing here? Why are you making the game?
I think another thing.
I don't think it was a bad thing, the 5 years, because the game has a lot of content. It has a lot of improvements on its past stuff, especially all the individual modes. It's just, it doesn't have the love
Samurai
that
especially.
the other Splatoon games has. It doesn't have that love. It doesn't have that feeling of Splatoon. It's just like we took the bare bones of Splatoon and we made it better, but we didn't improve on the actual, like,
vibe.
The vibe. Yeah.
The vibe just comes
what
down to
people
vibe.
like about Splatoon the most, they didn't improve on that part.
Yeah,
They
it just
improved
kind
on
of
the
feels like
basics.
more Splatoon. Like, they'll be like, hey, we're going to do a new Salmon Run Splatfest-esque event called Big Run.
Salmon Run's gas.
What's cool about it? You know, Splatfests are always these big celebrations in town. The sky is pink now.
You do it on a multiplayer stage.
You do it on a multiplayer stage.
But that's not bad though. You think
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but
They could have done more.
Yeah, exactly.
Do it
That's
more
what I'm
often
saying,
at the
right?
very least if you're not gonna make it feel
Maybe
like special.
Yeah, it's only been like every
music
few
every time.
months.
Yeah, like
I don't know about that.
we needed more music, like
More
like
music.
more bosses.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they give it to us
if-
a year
if-
later.
If
Yeah.
there was,
It's been like a year, and we've only have the boss from launch, and then a boss they added halfway. Are we gonna even get another boss? Probably not.
If they had more bosses, more enemy types, like as they do Big Run, they add more enemy types or like stuff, like
Yeah, the
more stuff.
debut-
And like the shop is literally the worst part of Salmon Run in my opinion, because like literally if unless you grind Salmon Run, you do not get any fucking.
Oh
chance
yeah,
to
no,
buy
for sure.
anything.
I'll boot it up.
And
Like literally
literally
me and
nothing.
the
So
Big
hard
Run
to get.
video
It's
wearing
so
like the
bad.
baby armor because I have to play the game. Like I want to just play Salmon Run casually every once in a while. I can't get anything.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
It's so bad.
They'll fix that by the end of the game, like how they add shifty stations.
Honestly,
BBs.
they'll probably just fix
But-
that in Splatoon 4.
Anything to add, Gubarno?
Me?
Yeah, you.
We're the one
just
that
been-
plays the game the most.
Yeah,
You're
you
the pro.
literally have
No,
the most
I think-
hours.
We just love Splatoon.
For me personally, okay, now I'm getting I'm getting fucking how many eyes?
Eight of them. No,
10.
there's
4,
8.
8, 12,
Yeah, glasses.
14.
The glasses.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, personally.
I enjoy this is my favorite game from the whole series. Only because I'm the most conscious while I'm playing the game. Because when I first started playing the game for Splatoon 1, I was 10. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah,
Okay.
holy shit.
I liked the game, obviously the first one. Second game, I was more like I played it the ever living shit out of that game.
Yeah.
It was still a very good game, but now this third game is very different. It's like there's just so much more like added on, like the meta. Because I'm former comp player, I see everything how it is now. It's like damn, this splash meta was good, or the double machine double splash meta was wow, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So looking at it from like an actual like gameplay perspective, it's good. Like the gameplay itself is amazing. The maps could be fixed obviously, but the actual gameplay with the weapons and stuff is very good. From how like every single base weapon was like launch, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And then them keep on adding more weapons still is like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just literally do a mid-season patch. Charles said it perfectly.
They need to
Yeah.
focus
Literally do a
on how
mid-season
they release
big
things and what they release.
Yeah.
Because they're adding the wrong stuff to the game and they're doing it in the wrong way.
Like
Yeah.
they're adding
Like-
stuff, but it's like
Yeah.
stuff no one cares about.
Everybody,
Yeah.
let's
Wait.
talk about challenges.
You
right?
no, listen, no.
See, they did the right thing, but they implemented
They
it wrong.
implemented
Yeah,
it wrong,
I remember I was ready to do. We were
Like,
gonna
why,
do.
why is that
a drizzle
why is
se-
that like a Salmon Run thing? Like
Yeah,
like it was in Splatoon?
what?
Like, it
Not
should be
even
an all-time
not
thing.
even Salmon Run. This shit is like less than a Splatfest.
Yeah.
You have to play the game for 2 specific hours if you want to
Yeah.
do one. This challenge.
League died for
What
that.
challenges should have been? Challenges should have just been custom private battles. I am sorry.
Literally.
They will be. They will be.
I saw that trailer and I was like, holy shit! Wait, there's modifiers and shit. Oh my god, they're putting like custom rules in private lobbies. This is the greatest thing ever. No, we're gonna make custom rule presets and you get to play them for 2 hours at a time. And like, okay, I played one of them. It was just the 2v2 one, which is like neat, but it's like, why is this? This is what you're offering me. This is not only this is the quality of what you're offering me.
You know what?
but it's only
bad
available for 2 hours.
When Gold Dynamo was in the trailer when it first
Yeah.
fucking
It
took
came
a
out,
year.
and it took a year
An entire
Yeah.
year.
for my weapon to be put in the game.
Yeah.
That's
The
weird.
direction
Really?
Yeah, it was shown in the reveal trailer.
Are you kidding
And it took
me?
1 year.
Every
It showed up this
single
season.
spot, like
Every single piece of media for Splatoon's releases, it was in there.
That's
Yeah.
so.
And it
stupid.
didn't
First
actually get
trailer.
put
Oh
in the
my
game
God.
until
Until
literally
now?
now.
Yeah, till this season.
Okay, like I remember back when Splatoon 1 was coming out, they showed a few stages that weren't in the game until after. I remember
Same with
Camp Triggerfish was in a lot of the
Brushes
trailers.
came out literally like 2-3 days later. Like, are you talking about Splatoon 2
Yeah,
or
Splatoon 1 and 2. It happened
It
both times.
Brushes literally came
Trigger,
out like 3 days
I remember
later.
Triggerfish was in a ton of trailers. That took maybe like a month, not even 2 months to come out. Like this,
look how
a
it-
year is so stupid. That's what happens when you guys when you guys are like, okay, let's just have a bunch of content at the start, and let's just like not bother doing updates at a reasonable pace.
Yeah. Like the game direction is where the chaos is at because it's all out of whack.
Yeah,
Like there's a bunch of
Literally.
good things and there's
Well,
a bunch of bad things, but it doesn't make sense because
Yeah.
they all counteract each other.
I figured out what the 3 is for.
Yeah.
The theme of Splatoon 3 is the number 3 because it's like, hey guys, let's do Tricolor Turf Wars. Let's have 3 hosts. But yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up. You guys have any other major points or just things you want to say about Splatoon 3?
Side order DLC will be good.
Side order looks
Side
cool.
order, I will finish the side order DLC
Yeah.
in 1 day.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
probably
did
gonna be
with every
shorter.
other
It's gonna be a
single player.
roguelike. Apparently, I've been tricked into buying a
The future's
roguelike
looking
again.
bright. The future's looking bright for the game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's
game.
looking as big man himself. That
Ian.
glorious,
That sexy man.
that
beautiful
sexy,
man.
glorious man.
Sweet.
But yeah,
And on that note,
And on
that's
that
gonna
note,
wrap it up for today's the corner discussion.
Don't get cooked. Stay
don't-
off the hook.
Yeah.
Stay
Be
fresh.
sure,
Don't get cornered.
be
Get
sure,
off the edge.
Be sure to like and subscribe
Stay
and keep
fresh.
yourselves cornered
Stay
for
fresh.
more gaming content like this. I'll see you guys on the next
Stay
one.
fresh.
Later.
Ciao.
Stay fresh.